Hey, what's up YouTube? You already know it's All City Live TV, and thank you for tuning in. Today we're going to be talking about finishing badges once again, and the reason why we're continuously going over these finishing badges is because 2K seems to be consistently changing on me. So from day to day, listen, if you're not familiar, we live stream every single day on 5 different platforms. So I'm going through these changes on live stream so that everybody can see. So we would love to have you come through. We live stream on 5 different platforms. That's Facebook, Mixer, Twitch, DLive, and right here on YouTube. So we would love to have you guys come out and we could talk about some of these finishing badge setups as well. I'm going to show you guys what I have. As you guys can see, I got Acrobat on gold and Giant Slayer on gold. That's what I'm going to be trying out today. I've tried this out before. This was before patch 10. I want to try this out again after patch 10. As we was playing with the homie B Rich yesterday, he has a 6'3" two-way slashing playmaker, the same build as I, but the homie is finishing through tremendous traffic, not only with explosive dunks, but he's also finishing with great layup animations, and that's what I want from my player. I want great layup animations. So I've been going through so many different setups like Pro Touch mixed with consistent finisher on gold and having relentless finisher mixed in there. You know, so many different setups, and it's like, what works? What I do want to say is something huge that I noticed yesterday. You know, the highly acclaimed fancy footwork badge, to me, the myth has been busted, man. I don't see the effectiveness of the fancy footwork badge. I'm finishing great out there, although I don't like the inconsistency of my completion rate for layups. So that's what I'm more focused on, completing layups. When I get into the paint, I want to be able to at least finish layups the way I saw my homie finishing layups as well. He has the same amount of badges as I, but he's 6'3". Being 6'3" means that Giant Slayer, it's more of a factor for him. So if he's going up against me, I'm 6'5", Giant Slayer is gonna kick in for him. And you guys already know how important Giant Slayer is for smaller players. I'm 6'5", so it's a little difficult for me to. I normally run up against smaller players than I. So they're either 6'3", 6'4", or the same height as me if they're guarding me at 6'5". So Giant Slayer may not play as much of a factor, but we're gonna test that out on today's live stream. If you guys could come through, we'll talk about what's Giant Slayer doing for a 6'5" player. But I'm gonna give that a try, and the reason why I'm gonna give these badges in particular a try is because, one, I like to hop step into the paint. So if you look at Acrobat, spin, half spins, hop step, Euro step, cradle reverse, and chain shot layup attempts receive a significant boost. So we want that boost. So I'm gonna try and make sure Acrobat is equipped for when I'm hopping into the paint, which I do maybe about 90% of the time, and maybe 90% of guards hop step into the paint 90% of the time. So that's something that you want to consider. Now, consistent finisher with Pro Touch. I just got off the last few days of running Pro Touch on gold with consistent finisher on gold, and I was still missing layups out there. It's just really frustrating when you know you got the right layup badges and you're still missing layups, although you're working your way all the way into the paint. There's no contest, nobody there with Hall of Fame Intimidator to throw off your shot. The shot percentage says about 7% coverage, and you still miss an open layup. That cannot happen for my build, and I don't want it to happen any longer. This is why we're constantly doing these finishing badge videos, because we're switching things up to find out what works best on any given day. So I'm gonna attempt to have Pro Touch on bronze, and Pro Touch on bronze, if you guys don't know, it gives an extra shot boost for having slightly early, slightly late, or excellent releases. So if you normally, most people do have slightly early or slightly late, or they may every now and then get an excellent release out there. And if you do get an excellent release or slightly early, slightly late, you're gonna get an additional boost. So that's what Pro Touch does. Although Pro Touch, I've noticed also, I just want to throw it out there, it does have some animations tied into it, and some of the animations I don't necessarily like, because he goes up kind of soft. Just what do you imagine the way the image is on the badge? He kind of you know, just has a soft touch to laying the rock into the basket. And that's one thing that I don't necessarily like with Pro Touch equipped at a higher level. So we're gonna drop that level down to bronze and let Acrobat and Giant Slayer take priority in your layup animations. And that's what we want to see, if Acrobat and Giant Slayer will end up taking priority over the Pro Touch badge. And as you guys know, I took off fancy footwork, and what I mean to say about fancy footwork, I feel like the myth has been busted, because when I took it off yesterday during the live stream, immediately noticed that my hop steps were much better. It felt like I was getting into the rack a lot easier when I took the badge off, so that had me thinking maybe fancy footwork is conflicting with Slithery Finisher, and Slithery Finisher is the badge that actually gets you a better hop step into the paint, which is odd because fancy footwork is really a badge for hop steps. Let's see, it says it there: Euro, cradle, hop step, spin, and half spin gathers. Players get past defenders more efficiently when performing these moves. And I noticed when I took it off, I was getting past them much better. So I want you guys also to know that hop steps are heavily affected by your layup package and also your dunk package. So you want to make sure you have a layup package like long athlete, and make sure you have a good enough dunk package to explode after you get your hop step. But that's it for fancy footwork, and these are the badges that I'm working with. Slithery Finisher, still OP. People are still coming into the stream asking us, hey, is Slithery Finisher better or fancy footwork? And hands down, in my own humble personal opinion, I would go with Slithery Finisher. I would completely unequip fancy footwork for my type of build. It may not work for you, but for my type of build, taking off fancy footwork was and I mean, when I say noticeable difference, hands down, undeniable. It was a noticeable difference. The second I took it off, I was hopping into the paint with ease. And that's what has me thinking that fancy footwork was conflicting with one of these badges. And I want to say that it was the Slithery Finisher badge that fancy footwork was conflicting with. There was some drama between those two badges, and pretty much it was putting my player at risk and minimizing the effectiveness of my hop step. So I want you guys to know that maybe you give it a try, because a lot of people speak highly of fancy footwork and people are reluctant to even try to take it off. I tried to take it off. As reluctant as I was, I had dropped it down to bronze for maybe the last week or two. I dropped it down to bronze. I like the difference that I saw there, but when I took it off completely, that's when I said, whoa, that is a huge difference. So we took that off, and contact finisher remains the same. So for me, contact finisher again and Slithery Finisher, those remain constant. I will not take them off or drop them down anytime soon, as I see you see the effectiveness of those badges. So that's what we're working with today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please consider subscribing to our channel, as we're gonna have a ton of NBA 2K20 content coming your way. Catch you guys on the next video. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please consider subscribing to our channel, as we're gonna have a ton of NBA 2K20 content coming your way. And if you want to stay connected with me and the All City Live TV community, then join us on Twitch and Discord. The links will be in the description below. Easy, y'all.
Somebody clip that!